It's time for the All Out Show Remix. On Remix shows, you'll hear memorable guests, crazy topics, game shows, celebrity interviews, and you might even catch a hilarious segment you missed. Keep it here and stay tuned.
Shade 45, what up, though? I got author Riley Perez sitting beside me. It's been a minute. Congratulations on the book dropping, sir.
Thank you very much.
When did it come out?
August 14th.
Fucking awesome, man. You have a hell of a story. All right, you're most known for getting the dude that did Girls Gone Wild. What's his name again?
Joe Francis.
Joe motherfucking Francis. But you were in the game before Joe came along.
Yeah, he was my first rodeo.
No, he was not your first rodeo.
Yeah.
But so how did you get involved in crime?
Started off working for bookies here in LA, and you start with pickups and drop-offs, and next thing you know, you might be torching a car or going to bust up somebody, and you just keep progressing in crime, successfully, or you get pinched and you figure out next time I'll do it this way.
Right. What's the percentage of the people that actually pay and don't pay, and how high do y'all let that shit run up before you start talking to them?
The guy that helped me get into the bookie game was an old Jewish bookie named Puggy Zychek, and I was just with him in Vegas. He's 80-something years old now, pretty much retired.
Yeah.
But I was asking him, joking around, so if a guy that owns a furniture store borrows 50 grand, whatever the VIG is on it, he can't pay one time, he can't pay the second time, what happens? He says, I guess I'm in the furniture business. That sets it right there, so
yeah,
whatever you owe, it'll go as long as it can, and at some point they'll liquidate
and run it up.
Yeah.
Run it up. What were most people losing on? Was it sports betting or
a lot of loan sharking also? Guy needs to get 20-30 grand, hold him over for another month.
Right.
Whatever his business is, furniture, light bulb company, cleaners, sports bets. I mean, you got some guy that'll bet on two rats in the alley.
Right.
Who's gonna win? The one with the stripe down the back. He looks like he got the fight.
Yeah.
So it stretches. Football, of course, is easy. College basketball.
What was that like? Did you? I imagine that there were some people that you would have to go see them a few times and got to know them.
Yeah. If a guy's been playing with the book for a while,
yeah,
then you know him. If he's a friendly, he hasn't owed. Or even if a guy who just runs on some hard time, the VIG still keeps going, but
right.
You might have a little bit more compassion. All right, I'll give you an extra week.
Right.
The VIG still keeps going, but at the end of the day, it's still a business.
For people that don't know what's a VIG,
the tax, the interest,
the interest on, and like usually, what is that for something like this?
Whatever the worst credit score can get, triple it. Yeah.
So it's pretty bad.
Yeah. If you're coming for a loan, you've already been turned down by the bank.
Yeah.
And you've maxed out the credit card. So the next step is the local Shylock.
Most of these people don't. How many people actually can pay back the shit?
You probably think 60-70%.
Okay.
Some want to run it as long as they can, and then they come. And I grew up here in LA, and that's LA and New York is where where I ate.
Right.
So we don't have much use for fur coats out here. So
right.
Every blue moon I have 10 sable mink coats.
Yeah.
Where'd I get this from? The guy had another credit card that he could max out, and will you take these mink coats and cancel out X amount of dollars?
So how did you end up kidnapping my man from Girls Gone Wild?
I'll back it up to 2003, where I got a call from guys I worked with, and I went to a meeting, and they told me about Joe Francis having been down in Mexico, and there's a couple girls that were down there, 18 years old. They partying with him, and they went back to his place. The story is the girl woke up the next morning. She knew she wasn't a virgin anymore, and she didn't consent. It wasn't my job to question the validity of it. I got a call, and next step is the planning phase of exacting revenge.
Right.
They didn't want him killed. They didn't want him, banged up. The main goal was to have him in fear of his life every time he opens his door, which is how I came up with the plot, the planning.
So what was the plot?
The plot was he returns home, and I'll snatch him and put him on video in the same way that he had become known for, with the girls going, wow, we're a girl. My name's Becky, razor shirt, short tits, and gets a trucker hat.
Yeah.
So me having planned out that I'm going to snatch him in his home, that's so that every time for the rest of his life, he turns that key in the door, he's wondering what's behind it. Having the video of him in an embarrassing, compromised positions is also for him to, in that same party circle that we were associated with, as well as in different business circles, the video had made the rounds.
Did you know him personally?
I knew him, yeah. I mean, I'd been to his house plenty of times, so going into the crime, I had a mask on. I didn't have to speak. Once I had him cuffed, he was my captive.
Right.
Moving where he wasn't going to fight. He couldn't fight at that point, So there wasn't a need for me to have any long conversations with him there. He
Right.
knew that it was bad for him.
Just out of here, is it better to run?
As a victim?
Yes.
Oh, better to fight.
Better to get than fucking.
If he came here, don't allow yourself to be taken captive first.
That's I guess that was
Yeah, don't be allowed. Don't allow yourself to be cuffed and restrained, because you're now at my mercy.
It's a fucking rap.
Yeah.
Before you have an actual chance at something could happen where you can get the fuck away, but now it's done.
Well, if the guy came with a gun, he has the intention to kill you.
Yes.
If you give him some pushback, so take him to that level is my theory on it.
And then, so once you had him handcuffed and on video, then what happened?
So I dropped him at the. I left him in his car at the end of Sunset in the entrance to Bel Air, and days go by, couple calls, and pretty much was just a test to see if he had actually went to the authorities, which we found out he did. So there was a whole year that had passed from the day of the crime until I was arrested, and the authorities told me the only way they knew of my name is when Perez Hilton brought it up to them.
Now how did you know Perez Hilton?
My buddy Rick Solomon, he was her co-star in the sex tape. So I had known her for years back through Rick.
I hated that fucking sex tape.
Yeah, it wasn't that exciting.
It was like she was like kept looking in the fucking mirror. I'm like, focus on the dick, for Christ's sakes.
There are more important things at hand, right?
Yeah, be here and focus on the fucking penis, lady.
Right. So, I mean, I had met her back in late 90s in, Hollywood, New York, see her at this party, see her at that party, hanging out, and they had their moments of, we're together, we're not, basic bullshit of relationships, and, when you got daddy's credit card and, free time on your hand. So we were at her sister's birthday party, Nikki Hilton, in Las Vegas in 2004, October. And a buddy of mine, for whatever reason, pillow talk, and tells Perez that he's the one that sent me. He had no association with the crime, but he tells her that he's the one that sent me to go do the crime against Joe Francis. And, the next day she calls Joe and tells him it was Riley who did this to you, and he patched her into the authorities. And from that point forward, that's when they started investigating who am I, and turn over a couple shoe boxes, and here I am.
Did you think you had gotten away with it scot-free?
Yeah,
that year
it was pretty much unsolved. There were no doors busted down, no windows broken, no alarms went off. All the security throughout Bel Air, no one. It didn't look like a crime had happened. He wasn't roughed up, his shirt wasn't frumpled or anything like that. So
there was a dildo in his ass.
That existed. Yes.
Did you say no homo before that?
I had to make that disclaimer. Yes.
I don't know why I'm laughing about this. All right, so he. And how much did he end up paying?
Well, he owed other guys in gambling debts, so
he still does, doesn't he?
Well, he had been sued by Steve Wynn for taking out markers, and Steve Wynn eventually collected on that, as well as on the defamation lawsuits and all sorts of things. He went bankrupt and fled to Mexico, where last I heard he still has a open civil warrant from the bankruptcy courts out for him.
Man,
yeah,
that's fucking nuts. So Perez told on you.
Yeah, good old buddy of mine.
It's not even Perez, it's your homeboy that got you.
Yeah, pillow talking. It's I don't know if he thought he was going to get something extra out of her that he hadn't already had. Bolster his image. It defies logic.
Yo, post nut, man. Motherfuckers just say the dumbest fucking things.
Yeah, well, the confession he makes, he actually implicates himself in the crime. I'm the one that sent Riley to go do that. Okay, well, that means you ordered the job, so you're just, that shows you how stupid.
Was he in that lifestyle, or did he want to seem like he wasn't?
He was definitely in it. I mean, he had been in Hollywood. He had done some Fed time, international drug dealing and all that, so that was his way of trying to get more into the Hollywood circle as the big drug dealer guy.
And how many years did you end up serving?
9 years, 1 month, 6 days, a couple hours.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, broke my back.
Tell me about your jail experience.
That's what my book covers. From day one. I'm still in my civilian clothes when the book opens.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a visit from my attorney, and he's giving me the severity of all the charges. You're facing 2 life sentences. That's the words that rang out. Knees go numb, and you hear the buzzing sound, and all right, how do I play this one going forward? His words to me were, just look at this like a murder case. You're going to sit for at least a year. OJ sat for a year. Look what happened to him.
Right.
So that was his pep talk to me, and he's like, just let me handle my end, and just you don't speak to anyone. And
did you have a good lawyer?
Yeah, I mean, he was the man for the job. I knew him prior to my arrest, and he knew the Hollywood scene. He grew up in L.A., so Ron Richard, he had been through many trials, and he had been through a couple of celebrity trials.
Were you supported by the people that you were working with, or were you on your own?
No, I was supported.
Okay.
I had that attorney. I had another attorney watching over him. Make sure
you got an attorney for the attorney.
Make sure the interests weren't crossed up, and I mean, I didn't have to worry about finances, but I just had to worry about whether or not we can get enough evidence to counter the story he was telling.
Had you done light time before, or was this your first major thing?
I had some stints juvenile.
Yeah,
I come out. I get picked up on a trafficking case that eventually I was on bail for when I was arrested on the kidnapping charges, and I eventually beat that. But this was the first big, rodeo in that ring.
As far as it goes, kidnapping is pretty fucking high up there. That on shit that they don't play. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it holds a life sentence. I mean, as if it was murder. Because of the psychological torture that a victim can go through when you have them held captive. The kidnap for ransom, which was one of my charges, that holds life without. If I'm holding you here and have you place calls to bring the money to the ransom money, that's viewed in a whole nother realm.
Did he pay ransom?
No, so that's why we eventually beat that charge, because it didn't meet the letter of the law. As far as what he owed to other guys, gambling debts, that got sorted out
Right.
throughout that year. He didn't know who was, pulling the strings or whatever, but he did pay all of his debts, and yeah.
It's an interesting story. Because one might even argue that it was his gambling debts that might have helped usher this along.
Well, the girl that says that he took advantage of her family was connected with the guys that I had association with. So that was what tipped the scales. Him owing gambling debts is,
That's one
another
thing.
day at the office.
Right.
They know that they can get the cash out of him for that. So
Did he know that did he know that he was hanging out with somebody that was connected? A young woman that was connected?
no, I'm sure he didn't know who. Well, her father, he wasn't the man, but he knew the man.
Yeah, he was the man next to the man.
Yeah,
Next to
and I doubt if he cared who he was partying with down in Mexico, and it's when in Mexico,
Now tell me about prison. You were there with the motherfucking Manson people, right?
with Charlie Manson. Yeah. So once I took the plea bargain after a year in the county jail, I go off to prison, and I'm sent to Corcoran Prison, which was the unit I was tossed in is where high-profile cases go, like a Charlie Manson. What's the record producer, Phil Spector? He's back there. It's a unit that there's only about 50 guys there. They never leave that unit. It's like super max high power. You're pretty much PC'd up because you can never walk the main line, because they're afraid some guy will try to get a trophy kill off of hitting you.
Right.
Like Whitey Bulger.
Yeah.
He should have been in a unit like that.
Right.
And we see what happens. Someone got a trophy kill off of him. So going in there, I'm fresh off the boat. I mean off the bus coming into Corcoran Prison. That's where I'm tossed, and days pass, and I'm having a couple of interactions with Charlie Manson where, he's playing his guitar, and you could see what he thought was seductive in his allure of being Charlie Manson, but he looked like an old scraggly drunk dude standing outside of 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it was. He lost the magic.
Yeah, it was nothing intimidating about him physically or even in the ramblings walking the halls.
So he did talk to you.
Yeah. I mean, he even dropped me off a care package because, you're fresh in.
Right.
And I didn't hit the main line, so I didn't have an opportunity for my guys to, give me the basic necessities, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, whatever. So he drops off a care package to me. That might have been his way also of letting me know we're cool, because he didn't know if I was going to stay in that unit, which means I'd be around him every day for the rest of my sentence.
That's not the Snicker bars fucking deal.
No. So as the days go by, he stopped back by my cell, and he asked a question out of left field. Where's my duck? It had no connection to anything that we had ever talked about.
Right.
There's no ducks walking around prison, and he dropped that jewel and just kept walking. That's his way of giving you a mind twist or whatever. And I eventually got out of that unit. I had to sign off on a waiver saying I'm okay. My life is in my own hands, and I was able to go to the main line. Right.
Did you deal with Phil Spector at all, or
he came in many years after I was already inside? Yeah.
888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Got Riley Perez here. What is real? The life and crimes of Darnell Riley. Dropped August. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you find to be the hardest to write about?
I would say, the girlfriend that I had, I talk about her in the book. I give her the name L.
Yeah.
The betrayal. I didn't commit a crime against her. I didn't, she would imagine that my fortune was ill-gotten. She benefited from it while we were together. I get arrested, and the way she exited the relationship. You know, it's okay if you say, okay, I can't handle this. It's not for me. I got to go. But when you exit and you leave like a thieving whore.
Did she get you for some stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it because even small stuff. I mean, we have Facebook and Instagram now,
right,
where you got photos on, you know, digital format.
Yeah.
But, you know, in those days, a photograph of you as a kid, what are you doing with that? You know, just,
yeah.
Well, why would you take that? Amongst other things. But that, you know, now I have that in one way where I could say, oh, you know, poor me. But on the other end, I had plenty of buddies who stood up and, you know, wrote that out with me. So that solid foundation with friends and, you know, that stayed with me throughout the whole time, you know, offsets her betrayal.
Have you spoke with Joe Francis since any of this has happened?
No. Our mutual friend, what's the actor kid? He's Saved by the Bell character.
Zach Morris?
No.
Screech? Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez.
Okay.
A mutual friend of ours. And so I was about a month out of prison, and I see him at the gym. And, you know, I boxed around with him years back.
Right.
And, hey, how are you doing? Hey, everything's good. And the only thing I had to tell him was, look, I got no messages, but if you happen to see our friend, you know, tell him good luck in life. And to him, his, and to me, mine. For whatever it was worth, you know.
Did that take something off your chest at all?
No, my main thing is I don't want him thinking that I'm on some war path, you know.
Right.
Because if so, he would have already been touched.
Right.
Yeah, but you can only do so much to calm someone's conscience,
right,
someone's thoughts that you're coming after them, you know.
888-742-3345, 888-742-3345. Shay in Connecticut. Shay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Riley, my question for you, I'm kind of familiar with the lifestyle, directly and indirectly. In the grand scheme of it, after doing the 9 years, after all the betrayal, would you do it again? And if so, would you do it differently?
Thanks for the question. I wouldn't do it again because I'm a retired gangster on a pension. But on a serious note, no, because I lost 9 years, and his life went on. It's not like he learned some grand lesson. Whether I was the conduit by which karma was exacted, you know, I put all that to the side. I didn't do some grand gesture in my eyes. Some people see it, but I just don't. I could have just let him be to other agents, and so to speak, to just carry out whatever else. So the answer is no.
Did you get good treatment because you were connected with the crime family?
While inside?
While inside?
So the case was profiled on NBC Dateline. So right when I went into Corcoran Prison, that Dateline episode premiered. And at the end of it, the episode says, you know, I never said who was, you know, who also was all involved.
Right.
There were several guys that they had pinned down,
right,
that they wanted to indict, but they needed me to say something. So when the Dateline episode said that, the next day on the yard, I had equal number from cops as well as inmates that were like, you know, righteous. So, and that stood with me the whole time I was inside. So
speaking of screws, one, it says here that you was kind of like you had a thing with a female guard.
Yeah, that was in the unit where I interacted with Charlie Manson.
So
she used me. Yeah.
You got to. Were you bummed about it, or were you like?
I would have enjoyed had it been more. It was just a little hand job. Through the security door, you have the tray slot where you'll get handcuffed, or they'll put your food through.
Yeah.
So it was just a little tug. Wasn't much.
She give you like a pack of cigarettes or anything, or
some
stamps?
It was my first interaction with a female in over a year as far as physical touch of any kind. So, I mean, that was great.
Yeah.
And, you know, the image and the moment stood with me. I mean, it made the book, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't notice that one. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Dwayne in Miami. Dwayne.
Hey, what's up, Riley? Just had a question. Question and a comment. And just listening to you, man, you sound extremely poised and calculating, man. How did you go about setting up what you needed to do and have done? Just a question.
Yeah. Thanks, Dwayne. Well, L.A. is my home, so, you know, when the previous caller asked would I do it again, the reason that I was tapped to do this particular thing is because L.A. was my home. So they could have easily sent out a crew from New York or wherever to come just wipe them out. That would have been the easy task, but they wanted they wanted him to be more in fear. So I knew the streets of L.A., you know. If I went to New York to go do a job, I'm going to get guys in New York that know, you know, every corner around so we can have it done properly. Having plotted how I would do the crime towards him, every night in LA there's a different club that's the hot club for the night. So I knew where he would be. I knew his route home. And having folks posted at different areas, having somebody at the club with him partying, making sure that he gets tuned up. Right. You know, in the event that something did go wrong in my plan, if he had to go to the hospital, his blood's going to have coke in it. Okay. All little countermeasures that you go through just to give yourself some kind of fighting chance if you get caught.
I guess my last question is, how are you treated now that you're out? Yeah. And people know that you have kidnapped a man.
Yeah. So some folks have looked at it like a victimless crime. People that knew him. Right. Knew, folks in the industry that knew of him, knew about him, had interactions themselves with him. They didn't know he was a creep. So in one way, it's looked at as a victimless crime. In another way, some folks react to it like I committed the crime against them. Right. Sanctimonious, these bleeding heart folks who are so forgiving, but yet they don't know me, didn't know the circumstances, didn't commit the crime against them, and yet they hold it against me like I just committed the crime. We've got nearly 15 years from the act to today. And some folks' reactions are, trepidatious. How do I approach him? Which is one reason why I wrote the book talking about day one of incarceration going forward. I didn't write a book about Hollywood and whatever exploits, partying and all this and throwing names around, because it would have been viewed as, some gossip rag crap. Right. No matter how great my writing is. Right. I just wanted to connect on a human level. My experience, loneliness, deprivation, violence, hyper-violent society that I was thrown into, and how I adapted.
888-742-3345. We have a few books to give away. Riley Perez, What is Real? The Life and Crimes of Darnell Riley. It is out. You can get it on Amazon. You can go to the bookstore and grab it. I think, have you ran into Perez lately?
No, she's she's a jet setter, so I got my passport though, so I don't know. Maybe we'll be in some far off land and see each other from a distance, and all I can say is peace.
And the last question someone had is, are you affected by the Son of Sam law about, are you allowed to profit from your book? Like, how does that work for you?
Yeah, the Son of Sam law was overturned. Okay. Simon & Schuster fought that case, First Amendment grounds. Right. Now, that doesn't stop, if you committed a crime against me today, I can sue you civilly, personally, but you're free to talk about your life experience under the First Amendment.
And it seems like much of this is your prison stint.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, even if that Son of Sam law still existed in that form, it's not talking about the crime per se.
Well, Riley, I wish you the best moving forward, man. And the book Riley Perez, What is Real? The Life and Crimes of Darnell Riley. Call up 888-742-3345. They want to know where the video is. Is that still around, or is that floating somewhere?
In the courthouse evidence locker.
Yeah,
there's a copy of it.
In the Ethernet somewhere.
The dark web. Yeah.
Right next to Kim and Ray J. It's good having you on here, man.
Thank you.
Be well.
Got some smokes for you.
Oh, do you? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I got some wine for you. So, you like what, tequila, wine, or whiskey?
Red Bull.
Fuck it. Oh, yeah. We got that too. Then fuck it. We got Monster. Rah. No. Well, I think we do got some Red Bull. Yep. There you go. I got it. My man. All right. Phone line's blowing up. They want their free book. Hold tight. Once again, What is Real? The Life and Crimes of Darnell Riley Perez. You can get that anywhere. Hop on your phone, grab it off of Amazon. Did you read it on Audible yet?
That's coming up. I'm okay with reading it. I had my first reading, and that popped my cherry. And
how'd it go for you?
It was a good turnout, good friends and family, and good community support. And I'm not used to.
It's a motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
I don't like doing it either. It's fucking nerve wracking.
Yeah.
But you got over it.
I've been banging them out since. I had a reading with a couple buddies of mine at the Dime on Fairfax.
Do you have any plans for anyone's coming up?
Not as of yet. I've been doing a lot of talk in USC's Gold School of Law. I've been speaking with a couple of law classes. I have something coming up this Friday at a high school. So I'm any and everywhere.
There it is. Riley Perez, what's your social?
Riley P77 on Instagram, Facebook Riley Perez, Twitter Riley Perez 77.
We'll throw it up on our all-out show right now. Let's go snap that shot. Let's go.
And now, back to Jude and All Out Show.
Hey there, how you doing? Having a tough go of it? Having a bad day? Having problems with your girl or your boyfriend? Your mom being a total bitch? Your dad being a fucking asshole? People at your job bumming you out? You probably got a lot of questions. Well, I got the answers.
So creepy. Sorry.
And I brought in Andrea Grano.
Sorry. That was creepy.
I got a fucking cold. I gotta talk like this.
Oh, I thought you were doing it on purpose.
No.
It's like, why are you using creepy uncle voice?
Yeah, wait till you see my dick. Wait till you see my dick.
The voice is good.
Yeah, thank you.
When you're not being creepy.
So if you got any problems and you want to talk to somebody, so what would you do? It's usually with just me, but you're gonna get twice the help because Andrea Grano is sitting in with us today. Actor extraordinaire and edited the fuck out of Hyena and writes her own shit. So call up right now, 888-742-3345. So what would you do with Andrea? Coming up next.
And now, back to Jude and All Out Show.
It's like a ray of light, beaming down knowledge from the heavens above.
What would you do? Need advice? Call us up right now. 888-SHADE-45. What would you do?
On Shade 45.
All right, so what would you do with Andrea Grano? Hey, G, sitting in with me. Jose in Chicago, what's your problem?
Hey, what up, man? Hey, so having some issues relationship issues with my girl. So I guess our sex life hasn't been all that lately, and we've been thinking about spicing things up. I told her I was down for anything, but she wants a threesome, right, with another girl, which is cool. But she wants it to be with my second cousin. I guess. I mean, I think it's my second cousin, but
How
I consider it my cousin.
What? All right. So is it your one of your parents' cousins? Kid?
Right, it's my parents' cousins, right? Correct.
So it's
You do this removed thing.
yeah. I'm just trying to figure this one out because one is like you can't fuck your
Yeah, you can.
your first cousin once removed.
Sure,
Yeah.
I believe so.
So
Only first cousin.
Really?
so only first cousins can't fuck.
But that's not really the legality. Isn't the issue? Is it?
It's not legal. I'm not talking about legal. I'm just saying like
Like whether it's gross.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. See, that's the problem I'm having. I mean, I grew up with her. Like, she's only 2 years older than me. It's my dad's cousin.
It's your dad's
no.
cousin.
Like,
She's your. So that's your first.
Yeah.
That's your first cousin once removed.
See, it's all fucked up. Like, we're
All
supposed
right.
to consider that like our aunt, I guess. I don't know. I'm just.
So you see them a lot. You see her a lot.
I see her like, yeah, and like, you know, she's actually. I mean, she's a freak.
Jose.
I'm not gonna lie. When we were younger, we grew up, and you know, yeah, things kind of happened a little bit. But
you already fucked her?
I'm not really.
Oh, then.
No, I didn't fuck her, but I mean, like, you know, we were a little, touchy when we grew up.
So you think she'd be into it?
I definitely think she would be into it, and my girl really wants to do it. So I mean, I don't know. I'm like, iffy. Like, what do you think? You think like this is something I shouldn't do? Like,
What are your trepidations? Trepidations?
I mean, just it being my cousin, I would say it being family.
I think when you're going to do it.
Don't get.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh.
And she's like,
I think it's weird if you're going to see them all the time, because what if it goes wrong and then you have to see them, you know?
That's true.
nah, you can be like, bitch, you don't know what this is. I'm your cousin.
Pull out the cousin card.
Don't get all attached. I'm your fucking cousin.
Well, what if his girlfriend gets attached? What if she's the one who's all like,
What if your cousin like finesses your girl and then she starts fucking your girl and you got to see her at family junctions together?
I didn't. Well, yeah, that's another problem, then, isn't it?
Is your girl a lesbian or is she just like?
She was bi.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been with a girl before, but she's more into guys. But I guess she's been, you know, she told me she wants to do a threesome, and she's like, you know, she notices how she flirts with my cousin, that my cousin flirts with her a lot, and that she thinks that a threesome would be.
I foresee him getting left out here. I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, that's true, right? Damn.
You think it's
I'm like-
sexy.
I'm like-
You're looking, Jude's giving me the look like, what's wrong with it?
I'm just.
I think if you're going to have a threesome, do it
Like-
with someone you're not going to run into all the time.
So you're getting away from all family shit.
I think so.
All right.
I mean, if they want to do a threesome, fine, but with your cousin?
I kind of agree with Andrea on this. Like, it just seems like it seems like way more shit can go bad than it's worse. Like risk reward. But
I should do it then. I should just fuck them both.
Oh.
sure,
Yeah, sure. That's what
Yeah.
Jude said.
fuck them both, man.
He wants to, clearly.
Fuck them both.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do.
Oh,
So
then
yeah,
just do it.
I just,
Yeah.
Who cares that every family function from now on is going to suck and be totally weird?
It might not be weird. Every family reunion might be like
Really look forward to it.
low key orgy at midnight. Everyone's
That's
drinking.
nice.
They just kind of sneak off.
Oh.
All right, have
I mean, I
fun.
just got to make sure to nut in my girl and not my cousin, right?
Oh, God.
I mean, that's what a gentleman would do, regardless.
I had $1 every time I heard that line.
Let's go to Freaky G. Freaky G.
What's good, man?
Chilling. What's your problem?
Yo, you told the story before about how you had to put your dick in training wheels. I'm going through the same thing. Like, I got to start wearing condoms, but my dick keep on getting soft every time. Like, it won't cooperate with me. Like, as soon as I put the condom on, it's like, nope, going right down. So how do I do it again?
It's like I can still get it to this day. You know what I did? I went to the doctor and got some Cialis, Cause
Really?
yeah, cause I couldn't get my dick hard without. I was so used to fucking without a condom that now I'm single, and I have to fuck with a condom, and it was really hard for me to get a boner.
Don't poke fun, but what if you like jerked off with condoms? Would that be really like never?
That really doesn't feel at all.
Nothing. I mean, could you like get yourself used to it by doing
better.
I think it's mental.
It's
like
mental.
he's having a fucking anxiety attack between grabbing the condom, your dick's hard, you're like,
oh, I'm gonna go
you gotta
slow.
open the shit. Like cats don't people don't realize like how fucking what a chore that is between like
Come on.
nah, like look, it's like, all right, yeah, you're eating the pussy, you did all this shit, it's all hot and fucking sexy, you got your dick's hard, you're excited, like hold on a second, then you run over and fuck, goddamn, my hands are all greasy from pussy juice, and you're trying to open the shit up.
But doesn't the girl usually put it on you?
And then it's like, what time? Only hookers.
No,
like,
what?
Only hookers.
Yeah.
Only hookers.
Just kidding. Just asking. I've never done
that.
Yeah, I was just curious. I heard somewhere. Jesus.
You put it on. You would put you put it on your guys.
Yeah.
Well, you're just a doll.
You fuck
thanks.
You fuck like a hooker and didn't even know it.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Really?
Ooh, ooh.
You said, don't girls do that? I'm like, no, they don't never do that shit.
Oh, wow. My wild days.
They never touch the condom.
I thought that's what we were trained to do. Supposed to do.
You know what? Yeah, that maybe that's some East Coast etiquette or some shit like that. That's that Connecticut etiquette.
That's right.
Because look, man, I would give me some dick pills and start with the dick pills and the condom. Get your dick used to the condom, and then
because I'm getting yelled at by all the doctors at the clinic, just like you and shit. Like, what the fuck is you doing?
Because that's what, exactly. You try to fuck with the condom, then you can't get your dick hard. You feel totally emasculated. Then you're like, no, let me show you. And then you get it hard and go in without the condom, and then you got some fucking some NGU or some type of disease. So do it like, eat your little motherfucking Cialis and fuck, and then get your dick used to it. That's how I did.
Have you ever had sex with the female condom? The one that the girl puts in?
Yeah, that shit was fucking pretty good.
That was good?
Yeah, the female condom is kind of awesome.
I'm assuming it doesn't protect from diseases, but at least you won't get her pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if you broke out. That'd be funny if you broke out a female condom, Freaky G.
I've been told to use condoms.
Like,
here you go.
I only use female condoms.
That must be awkward.
I'm not that bold.
Yeah, that's pretty bold. Yeah. The girl has to put that in before you start. That's not like a male condom, right?
No, I thought a male put it in you, like the same way.
Shut up. You're obviously not from Connecticut. The girl does, the boy does not. Damn.
It's all in your head. You're gonna have to breathe it out. And the thing is the more freaked out you get about this shit,
the faster my dick goes down.
Yes. Yeah. So you just gotta breathe. Really just calm yourself down and don't think about it so much. And peep game, maybe you can even have the Cialis and not use it, but just know that you got the Cialis in the drawer next to you, so no matter what, you're gonna fuck with a condom on. You'll get it right, and it'll just take 20 more minutes longer or some shit. Be like, hey, don't worry, hey girl, I'm not used to fucking with condoms, so I'm gonna pop this and then just smash.
I'm only 28, but shit, it's either this or keep on getting yelled at by the clinic people.
Yeah, man. I feel for you. It's tough.
It is hard being a guy. A lot of pressure.
Well, girls, all you gotta do is spit and just wipe it on.
You're so romantic.
Splat.
It's so gross.
Push it in. Even if you're not in the mood.
Have you ever been with a girl who spat in her hand and did that? No.
I do the spit.
No, really? That's cheating.
I'm just saying,
dude
like,
spat in his hand, I'd be like, work harder. Fuck.
Well, that's all I'm saying is like with the fucking girl, it's really like
you're right. I
you
get
can't
it.
tell when you're not mentally in the game. You know what I mean? Like you can chill out.
That's
and be
true.
like,
It's less pressure.
You could be like totally not into this motherfucker. Like hurry up and nut. You know what I mean?
It is less pressure. Yeah, and we could fake an orgasm.
You know what I've been doing?
Faking orgasm.
I'll just fuck until I think I should have had an orgasm by then, and I'm like, oh.
Why?
Because it's mad hard for me to nut with the condom on.
Oh. Back to the condom thing.
Yeah, man, fucking shit sucks.
I gotta imagine for dudes who wear them all the time and they have the opposite thing. Like when they take them off, they come too fast.
Yeah, I bet you they do. Yeah. Let's go to Daniel in Dallas.
What's up, Jude?
What up, man? You got Andrea here with me. What's your problem?
All right, my dilemma is my wife. We just moved into a house. We just got a new house. She had to go out of town for work week. So she left me with all this unpacking to do. So last night, her friend hits me up and is like, hey, what are you doing? You want some help? This is about 11 o'clock, you know? So I'm thinking it's something else. And I'm not against it, but I don't know if I should have her come help me unpack. What do you think?
Go ahead. Andrew's making a face. Go ahead, Andrew.
What, I'm speechless. I mean, like, what do you mean you're not against it? Your girlfriend's friend you think wants to have sex with you?
I don't know.
I'd say that's
yeah.
a no.
I mean, okay. We've had a threesome before.
Oh God, they always leave out the big
times.
detail.
So you've already fucked her.
Yeah, but with her, the girlfriend there, it's breaking the rules. You're gonna mess up a good thing.
Unless, this is what you do. If she texts, be like, if she hits you about it again, be like, let's say your wife's name is Jenny. Be like, shit, I don't care. Ask Jenny.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. Then it's on Jenny to do.
Then it's on Jenny. Then Jenny decides.
Smart.
And then
and
then whatever happens. Because Jenny would probably know that sending her over there
means
that
unpacking.
Yeah. And then packing.
And then packing, then unpacking.
So there you go.
Cool.
Man, that one was fucking.
Hey, well, that's all I'm gonna do. Thank you, Jude. Long time listener, man.
Appreciate you calling. Yeah,
sometimes you have good advice.
They bury the leads on this shit, don't they? They don't
like,
fucking.
Oh, that's kind of a big detail.
Yeah. By the way, I've already fucked her friend. By the way, her best friend had her mouth on my girl's pussy
just yesterday. But I mean, man.
Mike.
Hey, Jude, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. So here's my dilemma. I started talking to this girl. She said that we're talking so we can kind of see other people. So I said, cool to that. That night, I slept with someone.
Oh,
Next morning, I find out that she slept with my best friend.
That night, that same night, or like?
The same night. And my best friend told me.
Okay.
And now she's actually trying to pursue a relationship with me. So I'm kind of confused on what to do because it's like we wasn't together, but that's one of my friends.
This is where I land on it. Your homeboy is. I wouldn't even be mad at your homeboy. How long were you talking to this girl for?
About 4 months.
No. I wouldn't be mad at your homeboy. But I'd actually thank him. Because you don't want to settle down with her ass.
No.
All millions of dicks in America. Millions and millions of penises in America. She's gonna go fuck your homie.
And it was a setup.
Yeah, and I guess that she tried talking to him before me and her started talking, and she said she had no feelings, but went over his house, and that happened.
Mike, you're not. You should never feel like second choice, and no matter what, I feel like you're always gonna wonder, and that's it, right, Jude? Wouldn't you? I have a friend who did the whole. Hey, we should have sex with other people because she already had someone in mind.
Yeah.
And you know. Anytime
a woman comes up to you and says, like in a relationship, that we should have an open relationship,
It's because they have someone lined
Yeah,
up.
because they want to fuck somebody else and not feel bad about that shit. Yeah, dog. Nah, man. Fuck her. 4 months? Fuck her.
You can find better.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you super in your feelings about her?
Yesterday I was. I couldn't eat, but like.
Yeah. Then you can't even fuck her casually. Like you can't even fuck her casually. You gotta nip this one at the bud.
All right, because she said she wanted to lay down ground rules after that because she said lack of communication. But
fuck her.
No, bullshit.
Fuck her. There's certain unsaid fucking things. Like if I'm talking to a girl and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's chill out for a second. We can fuck other people." I'm not gonna go fuck her best friend.
How old is she? How old is she? Super young? But even young, you would know.
She's 26.
Oh no, it's not too young. She knows better.
Yeah, and look at it. She's trying to play you, bro. Like fuck her.
Well, she wanted the best of both worlds. Like, right? She was attracted to the other guy. She had sex, and now she wants to settle down with Mike. But you can't really do that. It's not cool. I think.
Yeah, she said that like both hit me up and said both was just terrible. So just drop it dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I question this girl's value system. Values. Like, fuck her. David in Missouri.
Yes, my name is David Ruffin, and I'm keeping straight Billy Wild with you, straight whole steak nugget. I can only fuck my girl for only 2 minutes.
How's your pussy eating game?
50 pumps. Count them if you get bored.
So you got 50 pumps in you, huh?
50 pumps.
Wow.
But I bet you it's the best 50 pumps of her life.
You really put it down.
Put it down, long style.
That means that's very fast. Just so you know, think about it.
It is fast.
25 pumps in a
like,
minute is like jackrabbit. That's like.
Yeah, but see, like, you gotta. It's the way you do it, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But she's trying to get mad at me. It's like, she's like.
Is it only 2 minutes? There's no variation. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
she wants longer. She wants longer.
Well,
and you just ain't got no dick control.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so good that I gotta get it out.
Why don't you do this? First off, do you want to solve this problem, or did you just want to tell me about the problem?
I think I need to solve it because I don't want to lose my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't want to lose her. You know.
Your pussy eating game. How's that?
Oh, you know, it's good. It's straight.
Yeah, you're not that good at
it. It's good.
Yeah, you didn't sound that confident. When you said fucking, when you said 50 strong pumps, like I believed you. You know what I mean? That when I asked about the pussy,
yeah.
He went up an octave.
Yeah. All right, man. So look, man, you gotta get better at foreplay, okay?
Yeah.
Cause here's the deal, man. Like if you can get good at foreplay and you guys are on the same thing and get her to nut off of you eating the pussy, you already got one nut out of the way. Like she already came.
That's yeah.
And then
I already did the first part. Yeah.
Yeah, and then instead of going 2 minutes, go 1 minute and 30 seconds, and pull out.
Oh.
And chill out and don't fuck, and like kind of kiss on her. You see, and then go back.
Take a break.
Yeah, just it could be like a 30-second break. Where you go back and you touch on her or do whatever, and then you put it back in and do that again. And then when you feel like you about to, when you feel it come, pull out again, and keep doing that. You got to train your dick, bro. You got no dick control.
Right.
How old are you?
That's some good listening right there, man. I'm tell you something right here. I'm gonna take this back to her, and we gonna do it all fucking night.
Yeah, man. Just baby steps. And look, man, you can even be like, look, how long you been with your girl for?
Oh man, I've been with her for at least a good 2 years now.
Talk to her about it. Be like, look, I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna try. We're gonna try some different stuff because I want to be able to fuck you longer. So now she's in on it. Now she's part of it.
Yeah. Right. That's good. That's good advice right there, man.
Tell her not to moan so much because that shit makes my motherfucker want to nut.
Yeah, you hear that? You hear that noise and you just want to go crazy.
It's the truth, man. It's like, I don't know, somebody, you hear a chick moaning, it makes me want to butt. You just bust.
Yeah, it's just, especially when she say your name, man.
Good luck, man. Appreciate it. It's so
hey,
true.
man, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you ever, if you're taking the break,
Yeah.
have you ever pulled out and then like, oops, you know what I'm saying?
There's been times like
timing.
that. Yo, there's been times I've literally like pulled out and just smacked my dick like it owed, smacked my dick like it owed me money.
Oh my God, why?
Cause it's all tingly about the nut. I was just like,
bad dick.
I was like, blam.
You act like it's a separate thing from your
like,
body.
Yeah. Slap that shit, and the girl was like, "Damn, what the fuck was that for?" I was like, "I want to keep fucking." I was finna nut.
Did you make the noise when you slapped it?
I said, "Bitch, ah."
Oh God.
I put baby powder on my hand and blah. Yeah, that's that shit. Because I don't know, man. Where I come from, like if you weren't good at fucking, then everybody knew that you weren't good at fucking. Like people would talk.
Really?
Fuck yeah. You knew who busted quick,
But you didn't
who had
mind
a
if
little dick.
People were like, he smacks his dick in the middle of sex. That's fine. That's not embarrassing to you.
No. No. Not at all. Jack in Colorado.
Hey, how's it going, Jude and Andrea? How you doing?
Hey.
So here's my situation. Like 2 weeks ago, I got like a bonus and a raise because I've been kicking ass. And this is after we already got our regular bonuses and raises. So it was like I was getting flush. It was good. I live in a mountain town where we get a ski pass as part of the job. It's like $2,000 for the ski pass. And I got my buddy and I were having lunch, and my boss walked in, and he didn't see me with the drink. My buddy had a drink, so he assumed I was. He was right. I had one before, but he took all that shit away from me and then fired my buddy.
Oh.
It's like now I'm just like pissed, and like to show up to work today was like fuck this.
What was you're not allowed to? What do you do?
I'm a property manager.
And you were on your lunch
roll
break?
around changing light bulbs. Yeah, it's on my lunch break, and literally it's like one drink. That's it.
I think you're allowed to have a drink at lunch. People have a glass of wine at lunch all the time, or beer.
Right? That's what I thought. I mean, like,
Am I wrong?
I lived overseas for a while, and so I drank all the time at lunch.
I mean, you drive around, so if you were buzzed, I can understand, but you had a drink. Like,
oh yeah, he does.
I mean, I'm a big dude too. I'm like 240, so like one drink ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, there's a couple things. They can't prove that you had a drink.
Yep.
So I would deny. And I would go to HR and be like, look, man.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We don't have HR. We're like a tiny company.
Is there anything like when you were hired where he's like, these are the rules? Did he ever lay out like a policy?
They keep talking about it, but I've never seen like an employee handbook or anything.
Did you know that you was fucking up when you was drinking?
No. I mean, like, it's not. I don't know. It's not a thing for me just to have like a beer at lunch.
I'm not to you. I'm not to you. What I'm saying is like
yeah,
to
when
your
the dude walked in,
with
were you
your
like,
boss.
oh shit?
No, I was like, hell yeah! I only got an ice water in front of me.
Oh, so you knew?
You knew that you was wrong.
Like you knew he'd be mad. You knew he'd be upset.
Yeah, I knew he'd be mad. Yeah.
How'd you know that?
I mean, he's a health nut.
Oh.
So weird, dude. Look, man, just be grateful you still got your job, and it sucks that your homeboy got fucking fired. And maybe I'd wait a month or two and go holler at him again about getting the bonus or moving up.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep my mouth shut.
Well, yeah, you should, because you was fucking wrong. Like if it's company policy that he can't fucking drink.
If it is, yeah, then.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me like, based on the way he's talking all around the shit, that it is.
Right.
You're not giving him a direct answer.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, the difference is though, like the people, everybody parties in my company except him. Like everybody gets down, and so I don't know. it's like, I mean, even one of my supervisors, like, he sent one of my buddies, like, go get him a bag during work. And then another one, like, he showed up just absolutely hammered. And we just...
I don't even want to talk to him no more.
He was annoying you?
Oh, and what about them? And what about this? And what about this? It's like, yo, dude, like, you got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody might party, but only you got caught. You and your boy got caught.
Yeah, oh, that is really stringent to fire someone because they had a drink at work. I mean, at lunch.
Well, yeah, it's fucked up.
It's a little fucked up.
All right, hold on. Let's see this. Let's do.
What?
Rob in Colorado. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, how are you?
Good. What's your problem?
Good, man. So what happened was last weekend, I was at a buddy's house and, we were having a barbecue and whatnot. Chilling, having some drinks, I don't know. I think somebody put something in my drink, around 1 a.m. I go to the room to pass out. And I wake up and, my buddy's wife is on top of me. And I'm tripping, dog. And, I don't know what to do. I'm sweating. Fuck, I got the morning wood at, 1 a.m. Pulling on my hair, she's tweaking, shit, we did what we did, and now she won't stop texting me. And my girl has my iCloud, and I keep deleting messages. Every time she sends me a message, send me pictures, come over, he ain't home right now, and I don't know what to do, man.
And your girl has
my iCloud, bro.
So what does that mean?
Every time this chick sends me a message, I gotta delete that shit before she open it, man. My chick gonna kill me, man.
All right, then you need to cut that phone off. Get that phone turned off and get a new number.
But she has the iCloud, so she gonna keep sending it. She's gonna keep on coming.
Wait, what?
His girlfriend can access whatever phone he ends up getting because they share an iCloud
Yeah,
account.
but the woman texting him won't have his new phone number.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You turn down the fucking radio.
I think he should play like offensive defense.
How so?
And I don't know if I should tell my buddy, he's my good friend, man. We've been friends for like 15 years, man.
Yeah, I'd be
I
like,
fucked up everything.
I'm telling you, I would text her something like, I don't know what you tried to do. I was drunk, and if you keep texting me, I'll tell your husband what you tried to do. I would just.
Well, then she gonna tell my girl. My girl crazy. She got a Glock 40 on all
Oh
times.
no,
That lady
no,
blow me right away.
She'll end up killing.
I'm telling you, man.
She's gonna blow my ass away, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
You're in a bad spot, my friend. Jesus.
Man,
Can I come stay at the radio station?
John's already sleeping here.
John hasn't said a single word.
Oh, she probably gonna look there anyway. She gonna come there later. If she comes there, don't tell her I called.
Change your fucking number, though.
Yeah, Jude's right. Immediately.
I'd turn that number off.
Say some crazy person was.
Be like, just make up a lie. I don't know. Turn it off, get a new number, and go from there. Because you can't. She's gonna see one of these messages, bro.
Yeah. I don't see that ending well. That doesn't sound good.
Jeez. All right, that's what would you do?
And now, back to Jude and All Out Show.
And now for some old news.
And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
When it comes to your vagina, there is typically some sort of discharge.
What? What'd you say there at the beginning?
I was just saying when it comes to your vagina, but when you think about your vagina.
I couldn't hear you that good. I just the vagina.
Sorry.
Are you good?
All right, but so there's discharge, and there are various colors, and I've got.
How many different colors are there?
Well, they're saying here 7 colors.
Really?
It's a whole rainbow.
Wow.
All right, but so white. This is often totally normal, but
that's cool. Yeah, I see that in porn.
Really?
That white discharge. Yeah.
I just figured that was.
You don't ever see the white discharge, and then they be like, "Oh yeah, you creaming."
I just figured that was lube or something.
You creaming on this dick. You creaming. I'm like, it looks like she's just kind of dehydrated, but okay.
And throughout your menstrual cycle, it can be common to see discharge that ranges from white and sticky to clear and slippery and more.
There you go. The vagina is like a ever-changing ecosphere. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's like one of them it's like its own little fucking world down there throughout the month.
Now, there is a chance that this whiteness, it could be...
We got 7 more to go, so
I know.
do you want to really harp on the white, or you just...
Well, they're saying that, whiteness can be bad, too.
Tell me.
A yeast or bacteria infection.
Hey.
And, you know, these things need to live in harmony, as you point out here. But you could see a thick, white, odorless discharge with the consistency of cottage cheese. You want to check that out?
That was that one I was telling you guys about last week. That was what it looked like. It looked like I was baking. Give me another color.
Okay. So, what do we have here? If your discharge is yellow or green...
Ugh. That can't be good.
Well, it doesn't automatically mean something's up. Mucus from the vagina and cervix sometimes turns yellow when it hits the air.
Okay.
But I guess...
What about the green?
Well, we're getting there.
All right.
Yellow...
Just trying to move you along here. We got 7.
Well, we just knocked out 3. All right, but yellow discharge could be a sign of an STI like gonorrhea, chlamydia, trichomoniasis.
I haven't heard that one in forever.
Be careful.
Still got that shit. All right.
And bacterial vaginosis can also cause a green discharge, along with this fishy odor.
Oh,
man, gross.
Bummer.
All right. If your discharge is gray, again, trichomoniasis is a common culprit here.
It means you're old. It's like the Golden Girls.
What is gray discharge? Well, I guess it's just gray, but
I would guess it's gray, John.
I'm just trying to think of that.
Like clay on your dick or some shit like that.
Oh man,
clay dick.
And now it can cause either a white or greenish vaginal discharge that they mentioned, or one that's yellow, gray in color. I guess if you're just seeing all these colors come out and you're uncomfortable, you should probably check that out. And then also we've got, if your discharge is brown, pink, or red, it could just be a byproduct of your period.
Yeah.
But, of course, you could have something else going on if you're always bleeding.
Yeah, sometimes it's like rough sex. Other times they got that little fucking thing up in them. The little UDI thing. What is it? It's like the little... feels like a fucking toenail when your dick hits it. The birth control thing. Sometimes like if you're banging up against that too hard, you can make it start bleeding.
Have you ever made a woman bleed during sex?
Yes.
Outside of the period?
Yes.
Really? Did she like that?
I don't know. It wasn't what we didn't notice until afterwards. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit.
But she wasn't crying out in pain.
No.
I see.
Sometimes a little bit of pain's good, John.
During sex, not for me.
Well, yeah, not for me, but for them. I don't like pain at all. I told you, like when I fucked that dominatrix, she started hitting me. I was like, this isn't fun for me. I was thinking, we need a safety word as she was smacking the shit out of my head. I was like, this is not fun. I'm surprised I was able to keep an erection.
Did she leave a mark?
On my soul. It's like, I don't want to do that anymore. It was the last time we fucked. I was like, all right, I don't think I like this domination shit.
But they do point out here, really, if you're used to like a little white cream coming out, don't really worry about it. But if you're dealing with a weird discharge, it's probably time to go to the doctor.
Give me another story.
Takashi 6'9". He, for some reason, shot a commercial for this sex store in New York City called Romantic Depot. And
is he out on bond right now? Is he on bail? When did he shoot this?
Before he was picked up.
Damn, dog. Can you imagine you shoot that some fucking and you're like in jail and they're like, you're in a sex store video and you about to be a sex store?
But and supposedly
first thing he needs to do is shave his head. His hair is a little too beautiful for jail, man.
But it also serves.
Put some Kool-Aid on his lips and shit. Like it's gonna be a wrap.
The ad also doubles as a PSA to end violence against women, which is
the irony.
Yeah, because
didn't he get in trouble for that?
His longtime girlfriend and the mother of his child recently came out and said that she abused him.
She abused him?
I'm sorry, he abused her. Forgive me.
And then he had he caught that case too about like him and his homeboy with the youngin.
Yeah, it's you want to see the ad?
Yeah, let me see Takashi.
All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Takashi 6'9".
It's so awkward.
Welcome to Romantic Depot. How can I help you guys?
Yeah, we're ready to spice things up.
You do know you have to know your partner's limitations.
I agree. When I was younger, I used to make a lot of stupid mistakes. But I'm ready to learn more.
Get informed. Help stop violence against women. Visit a Romantic Depot near you and pick up your free pamphlet.
Thanks to Romantic Depot, I now know how to treat women with dignity and respect.
Visit Romantic Depot Rockland. Go to romanticdepot.com for directions.
Dude. Make sure you go visit Romantic Depot for all your Valentine's gifts.
Oh, wow. That's fuck. I don't know if it's trolling me there. Like, Jesus Christ. His IG fucking posts have better production than that. That was so bad. And that was this girl that said beat him.
I don't.
That's his baby mama.
I don't think so. Really?
Yeah. Don't you recognize them fucking eyebrows from last time?
That lady seemed much larger, didn't she? Forgive me.
Tekashi ain't that big. He's a tiny little fella.
Well, and the commercial includes a disclaimer reading, "In no way does Romantic Depot support Tekashi 69's past activities, yet as of this weekend, it's still airing across New York City."
There you go. You got to know when to say when.
Do you think they should continue to play that?
You need a safety word. Well, they paid for it. Look, it got us to talk about it.
Yeah, this isn't good publicity.
All publicity is good publicity, John. Haven't you known? Didn't you notice that shit?
I guess.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, man. There's always, that's the thing. All publicity is good publicity. All right, there you go, Tekashi. Fucking, just when you thought he'd go away, there he is, coming up, popping up. Sometimes I went a little bit too far with women. Now I learned my lesson.
But again, he's facing real time. He's facing about 50 years in prison for pleading guilty to these federal crimes.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see how it ends up.
He's not getting out anytime soon.
I'm really indifferent to him. It's like I was trying to think how I feel about Tekashi. It's like when people that swim with sharks get ate by sharks, and I just like, Or like there was a movie called Grizzly Man where the guy went out and tried to like bond with grizzly bears and then ended up getting ate by a grizzly bear. I did not feel bad for him. I was just like, That's how I feel about Tekashi.
No, I watched the movie. It's practically a comedy.
I'm neither happy nor sad. I'm just like, Imagine that. Wow. That's crazy. All right, what else?
So some people throughout the country during this cold snap, they've been up for this viral boiling water challenge. And of course,
I know this one.
People are going to the hospital, as you can imagine.
My mom did that shit up north.
Oh, no.
Well, this is way back in the day. But yeah, you boil water. It gets so cold that you boil water, you throw it up in there and it cracks. Do you got a video of it going well or not?
I do.
All right, let's see the video of it going well.
All right. So,
do you know the science behind it?
Well, I mean, quickly, apparently even scientists are compconfused by it. They don't completely understand it. It's called the Mpemba effect, and there are at least 5 proposed mechanisms that could explain it. Evaporation, convection, supercooling. I mean, it gets very scientific.
Wait, throw it up. Wait, we need the sound, John.
Right, well, hang on. They autoplay in Twitter. Just give me slack on that one.
Hey, come on, man. All right, he's going out there. He's got a bucket of water. It's boiling. It's in a pot. And he throws it up.
Woohoo. You can see how that can go wrong.
A lot of times it cracks. But we lost.
What do you mean by that?
It makes a noise. It makes a noise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just like, it's kind of crazy. But if you're going to do that, don't throw it above your fucking, he threw it backwards so that, like, if things go bad, he's going to just have boiling water land on him. Throw it outwards.
But even then, the wind could come and catch it.
Hey, true.
So I've got one guy getting a burn on his leg. If you want to watch him fail at it.
All right, let's see this fucking guy.
Okay.
Oh, he's out there butt ass fucking with.
And there's.
Oh, that got him. Oh, he got him. Oh, ow.
Fucking idiot.
Jeez. Just moving forward, it'd be really good if we got stuff that wasn't in slow motion so that we could hear their voices and stuff.
I agree. I even put Chris on the trail. A bunch of fake ones out there.
Yeah, man, watch out for that. And we're a couple. You're like a few weeks late on that. The polar vortex shit is done.
Well, the stories are coming out now about all the hospital visits.
Yeah.
So in Chicago, people are getting burned on their bodies. The oldest one was 53. Sadly, the youngest was 3. Some idiot parent.
What? 3? They're letting a 3-year-old just roll around with like a boiling pot of hot water.
Well, I'm sure the kid was out there and somebody threw it up and it splashed on the kid or something.
They're like, get over here, lay down. Wow.
I've got one guy. There's another way this can go wrong. The water on the ground freezes and he falls down.
Okay, let me see that one.
Here you go.
So, yeah.
I got me some hot water. I boiled for like 15 minutes. It's so cold out, I'm going to throw this in the air and evaporate this.
And the problem is the longer he's out there walking with this water, the quicker this water is cooling down.
That's a good point.
People don't think about that. Like, you needed to be super hot and then fucking throw that shit. So all this little jibber jabbering he's doing, cooling down the water. All right.
I want to see what this does. Shit, it might not work though. I don't know. Holy shit, it did work too. Damn. Ah, you fucking motherfucker. Ah! Bitches ain't shit.
He yelled, bitches ain't shit. Ah! You hear you hear the little crack?
That's what that was?
Yeah, it was a fucking that was, yeah. The water turning from liquid to gas real quick. Made a noise. My mom did that shit. Yep.
Did she take you out there?
No, I was out here. She was way the fuck up north, like Upper Peninsula, like super far up north. Shit gets cold like that all the time.
Did you take a video of it, put it online?
No, she. Some people just do things so they can experience it on their own. They don't need to fucking videotape it and have 1 million people see it to validate their experience. She just did it to do it.
Looks like men care more about Valentine's Day than women, according to a new survey.
You know why? Because if they fuck it up, it hurts more. Like, that's why they care more about Valentine's Day for women. There's her birthday, anniversaries, Christmas, Mother's Day if she's a mom, and Valentine's Day. Like, those are the ones you cannot fuck up. You cannot fuck those up. You got to be on that shit. Because it's not just for them. It's for them to go to the office. Oh, what did you do? And then the girl says, well, he did this, he did that, he did this, and he did that. And then what did he do for you? Oh, he brought me some roses that he bought from the gas station and a card. And then they go, and then your girl starts feeling like shit, and then she comes home, she takes it out on you. So men have to give a fuck about that.
Some lady broke up with me over that.
What did you give her for Valentine's?
Well, it was I was working up north at the station, and we had some sort of station event. So I was out with one of the guys, and then I brought him back, and we were drinking beer after the event. And then
wow, John.
And she had this heart-shaped pizza thing go for me.
Oh my
and
God,
I felt,
John.
and then once he left, she just looked at me. It's like, you're an idiot, and I was like, oops.
And you ain't even get her nothing. Oh, John.
Dude, you think I'm poor now? Imagine what I was like back then.
You know what you got her? I got her Dave. Here, babe, this is Dave, my coworker. He's gonna drink a couple of our beers and stay too long.
Joe, who may have a meth habit.
Meth head Joe. I stopped fucking. I dumped a chick off of that before too. Like, I did all this shit. I was in my emotions. I did all this shit for Valentine's Day for this girl, and she was like, and I planned all this stuff, and she was like, my homegirl just broke up with her boyfriend on Valentine's. I don't want her to be alone. I'm like, fuck your girl. Like, I didn't even like her that much, and she was like, I'm gonna hang out with her. I was like, well, y'all two have fun together. And she was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And that was that. I was young. I should have been cool about it. Maybe I could have got a threesome out of it. I just didn't like her girl that much. It was more than that. You know what I mean? It was just more than that. Like, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, really? You finna? This is what we doing right now? I gotta fucking hang out with. I gotta babysit your fucking girlfriend because of her poor life decisions. We had all these plans. You fucking idiot. I didn't call her a fucking idiot, but that's what I was feeling deep inside.
Were you sad?
No, I'm just fucking annoyed.
Anything lined up this year?
Valentine's has always been very hard on me. I've had like one good one. and then the rest have just been like venereal disease, murder, and fucking
murder.
Yeah, straight up, like my homie got murdered. Like,
what?
Yeah.
No kidding.
R.I.P. Mo. Oh
Yeah.
my God, dude. Yeah, just BD and shit like that.
What about this year? Anything coming around?
Nah, I just usually just lay low. And and like you can do shit. I remember like I was just talking about it on a podcast on my girl Annabelle's podcast, which I don't know when that's gonna come out or not. But I was talking about like you can do shit without no money. You just gotta be thoughtful. Like I had bought my like I just set up. I was dead broke, so I was like, all right, man, what am I gonna do for this girl? And then like I just hooked up. I remember all the magazines that she liked. I got her a couple of them magazines. I got drew a nice hot bath, relaxed. I made a little mix thing with all of the songs that she liked, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I had got her a vintage purse, and then in every pocket I put something that I liked and loved about her. I wrote a little note. Knocked that shit out. It was $20.
Sweet.
And some thought. Girls just want you to be thoughtful, man. Just be fucking thoughtful, especially when you're young. Maybe like if you're caked up and you got a lot of money, you probably can't get away with that. But it's just being thoughtful, man. Just be thoughtful. And they're like, oh, it's a Hallmark holiday. You're right, it is a Hallmark holiday. But it's like, yo, dude, everybody's agreeing to do it, so you're kind of roped in on this. Unless your game is just so fucking tight and you got your girl's head like fucking. If you're in your girl's head so tough to be like, yeah, we don't believe in that, and we don't believe in it, but deep down she does, but she's willing to not believe in it because she believes in you. That's congratulations, but it's just easier just to fucking, I don't know. Just do something for her on fucking Valentine's. If that's your girl, it's not that deep.
Again, according to this survey, looks like 58% of those polled rate their partner's effort with an F. Only 15% gave them an A. An F. They failed.
You just got it, because cats don't know what to do, man. You just got to be creative. Just go back to, it's all about appreciating your loved one. And how do you show appreciation? That's it.
Well, behind you, you'll see some Valentine's Day gift ideas, the top 10, according to this Groupon survey.
Oh, Groupon.
Yeah.
Here's the number one. Don't show up with Groupon on Valentine's Day.
Hey, we're saving some money.
Listen to the man that brought his fucking meth head homeboy to Valentine's Day.
Boy, that was a dark night.
Top 10 Valentine's gifts. A nice dinner out, 58%. Chocolate, 50%. Flowers, 46%. A massage, 46%. Home cooked meal, 39%. Jewelry, 36%. A trip to exotic and or warm weather, 31%. Spa package, 31%. Staycation in a local hotel, 30%. Tickets to a comedy show, 26%.
A nice dinner out. Well, what does that mean to you? Well, what is a nice dinner out these days?
Go to a fancy dinner. But a lot of times, like, I've seen motherfuckers be like, look, man, why don't we just stay in on Valentine's night and we have a nice time together and we'll, do some little things. Then we'll go have a nice dinner later on in the week. Because it's a fucking shit show on a lot of in restaurants.
Oh, I would hate that.
It's like crazy prefix menus. It's just a fucking shit show.
But how much do I have to spend to think that I'm taking her out to a nice meal?
You?
Yeah.
$7.
Something better than Taco Bell. What would that be?
Well, that's why you would have to cook for them. You know what I mean? It's cheaper.
Well, I mean, is $100 a nice night? No.
Yeah, I guess. It just depends if you can find a decent little spot. You know what I mean?
It's just the wine that kills you.
That's why it's like you take some wine from here, take some of that Orange Swift, have a nice fucking have a nice little fucking night with you and your girl and the dog and your two roommates on the couch in your bedroom.
Cozy. It's very cozy.
Nice little night.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go to her place.
Or how about the hotel? I like that idea. The staycation.
Yeah, a little staycation. Yeah, that shit is cool. All that shit is cool. All right, what else?
Louis C.K. He's still out there, and he's fighting his comeback here. And he's now banning phones and beefing up a police presence at his recent shows.
Yeah, good for him.
And he's doing this because recently, you probably heard that someone shot, they recorded the set on the phone and they released it. And people were upset because he was making jokes about the Parkland survivors.
He brought up a very valid point.
I didn't think the joke was that bad. I mean,
I thought the joke was funny. He basically was saying that kids don't know shit, and just because you survived a mass shooting doesn't mean you're an expert on gun control laws. That was kind of his that was the whole thing.
He's been making jokes like that forever.
Yeah, but we're like, he's coming from a new place now.
Yeah, clearly.
He's coming from a new place now, and we're in different times now. But what he's saying is kind of sound. It's like if I get attacked by a fucking tiger, it doesn't make me a fucking tiger expert. And I get to walk around and tell people all about tigers and what they do in nature and shit. No, I just got fucked up by a tiger. I don't know shit about tigers. It's the same fucking deal. That was so hard. That was one of the reasons why I went and got my fucking gun. It's just because I was like tired of hearing like some fucking 17-year-old tell me about like what I need to be doing. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm sorry that these things happen to you. And then the crazy shit was there was a student that actually got shot up covering, like, he saved somebody's life. He was this I think he was from like South America somewhere, and he was gonna be like he was on course to be like a star soccer athlete and shit like that, and he covered up and saved some students like with his body, and got shot up and wasn't against gun control. You didn't hear shit from his ass. News didn't want to talk to him. They talked to him one time. They were like, what do you think about it? He was like, no, I think we should still have guns. And they're like, okay, cool, thanks. We don't want to hear from you no more. Let's talk to this guy over here that didn't use his body as a shield to save someone. This is what it's come to, man. Like, you can't, like, comedy's supposed to be subversive. Comedy is supposed to, like, talk about shit that you're uncomfortable about. That's why you're laughing, because part of it is like it's like it makes you uncomfortable, like, and it's making you look at things in a different way. And now you can't even do that because there's some fucking snitch out in the goddamn audience taking things the wrong way, and they're gonna fucking post some shit out of context and tell on you. I didn't think that shit. I was not offended by Louis C.K. That Louis C.K. shit.
I've heard much worse on the radio and clubs everywhere.
Yeah, all that shit. It's like, whatever, man. Like, pfft.
But just to be clear, of course, he's facing this problem because his career was derailed when 5 women accused him of masturbating in front of them. So
look, man,
that's his real problem.
Look, this is I've said this over and over again. Some of those things, like, yo, dude, like, get up and walk out the fucking room. But if you are, I felt where he was wrong. If you are an employer and you're doing that to an employee, that is sexual harassment. You cannot do that, dog. Like, and that is unexcusable. And to combine the two is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. And so it looks like there were 250 guests at this, the first night of the event over in Side Splitters, and they're paying $30 a piece. And that adds up because he's doing like he's doing like 6 shows there.
He sold out.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a market for him.
Oh, of course there is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, man, like, condemn people all you want and then allow them to do what they need to do. And if the market still wants to fuck with them, then there you go.
Would you pay $30 to go see him?
I don't know, man. I thought it's funny, like, a lot of these comedians, man, like, as they've gotten bigger, they don't go as hard, you know what I mean? So, like, I used to really like Louis C.K., and then, like, he just started kind of, his jokes didn't hit as hard as they used to, and it made me not like him as much. It's just like, you're not going as hard. You got like a big TV series to worry about. I understand, but maybe you should have thought about that before you started jerking off in front of women.
What the fuck was that?
Maybe you should have kept your jokes super hard and not jerked off in front of women.
Freak.
You fucking nut. For fuck's sakes. As grimy as I am, dude, like that is just like, I'm a grimy motherfucker, but dude, I'm all about fucking consent. Like, are we on the same page here? I'll literally be like, you want to get dark? Let's get dark. You know what I mean? Like, and then we can go there. But I'm never doing that shit like that.
Yeah, can you imagine trying to even masturbate in front of somebody who doesn't want that? I mean, I couldn't get in that zone.
Well, that's his kink, man. He likes to be if you listen to his sets, it's there, dude. Like, if you listen to these people, they're telling you, if you read between the lines, they're telling you all about themselves. I remember he was like, yeah, I'm disgusting looking. My dick looks like a pig's tail. Does anybody want to hang out with me after? Like, that's how it ended. I was like, ugh. Oh, Louis C.K. Ugh. But I heard his show was good, man.
I guess it'd be hard for me to personally sit there and watch this now, I think.
After hearing about all this weird shit?
Yeah, it's just too distracting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, look, I got different problems with him than that. I think people have you have to allow people to act in autonomy. Like, they have their own, like, there's been time people did weird shit with me and I was just like, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna get hired for this job, but I'm not gonna sit around and fucking watch this fucking weird shit happen, so I'm gonna get up and leave. That's all I gotta say. Give me some good news.
And now, time for good news.
Up in the Sacramento area, there was recently a fire, and the firemen, they were able to knock it down, but there was a dog in there that got knocked out because of the smoke inhalation, and then the firefighters conducted CPR and then saved it. Which is not dramatic.
Someone put a mouth on a dog's mouth? It was a white guy.
Well,
thank God for white firefighters.
But now I did watch the story, and it looks like
no brother was gonna kiss that dog on the mouth.
they have these masks that they can put on the dogs to deliver the air, but no, they were just giving it CPR. So
show it to me.
Okay, so all right, let's just
Metro
skip.
Fire, Sacramento. All right, they're carrying the dog out. Oh, it's like, little fella's knocked. He's done. They're like pushing on him. They're trying to get him. Show me where they fucking.
What's about to come to?
Oh, he gets up. So they didn't have to even do the air thing. They just jump started his little heart. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, he was gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was fucking.
Eyes are open.
He was catatonic. It was a wrap for his ass. Fucking came back to life. Shout out to Sacktown firefighters. Saved the dog's life and didn't even have to fucking kiss it in the mouth or no shit like that.
The dog's name is Dickie. Little Dickie survived.
Little Dickie. Shout out to Little Dickie. The dog and the rapper. All right. That was the news. That was an all-out show remix. I appreciate y'all listening. You can follow me at One More Jude, OneMoreJude on Instagram. On everything. On everything. Fuck with me. Let's go.